All right then, Charlie. You said before we do this song, I've got to plug your T-shirt.
Yeah. So
check out this sweet T-shirt.
Look at that.
Who designed it again?
It was Graham at Storm Static. So thank you very much for that. And they were printed by the team at Banana Industries. Look at that. Yeah, they can see it. How amazing is that? Yeah.
I'm standing awkwardly.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Should be a model.
I should be a model. Thank you, Charlie.
You're very welcome.
Yeah. Okay. So we did 5 tracks.
Yeah.
And I was like, right, cool, in my head. And then you were like, oh, Sam, you're not busy, are you? I was like, what's it, Charlie? And you were like, oh. My first initial thought was like, oh, no, don't. This is good. And then I was like, you played the song. I was like, oh, I do like that song.
Yeah.
It's a good song. Yeah, no, we should do it. So what happened then? How did In My Bones come about?
Yeah, so In My Bones, like, wow. I think because we finished the EP, like you'd say, and it was all done and dusted, and Sam was ready to be finished with it. And then I started writing this song, and I think...
I saw it on Instagram.
Yes.
Can you put it on Instagram?
Yeah, I posted a snippet of it, and I got like loads of people asking me to like go further with it. And I recently got a job at a climbing centre, and I made loads of lovely friends there, and it's just such a nice community. And I think going up to Bristol, like I kind of lost a little bit of the outdoors, which I love. And I think then being in that scene kind of brought it back, and it made me realise how much I wanted to be back out there doing things. And it just inspired this song about sort of good times with good friends and being in the outdoors. And I felt like as a sort of what's next to add on to the end of the EP, I think Runaway gives it closure, but In My Bones goes, and now we're on to this. And I think it worked really well. And I thought, you know what, I've written this song, it's finished. It'd be rude not to put it on the EP. So I was like,
it's like what's it called? Is it a prologue?
Yeah.
Is it kind of they had saying stories? There's a little chapter at the end where
like where it's going to go next.
Yeah. Actually, this song came together pretty easily, didn't it?
Yeah.
I was thinking, so the idea was like, so we've done all these tracks. Can I just do this more acoustically based?
Yes.
We don't have to do too much to it.
Yeah, and then that went down the drain.
So yeah, but the thing is, I always agree. I was like, it's just like you've pretty much got all the elements there, and you kind of got a percussive element there, haven't you?
Yes. Yeah.
And I was like, we just have this as a nice little note to finish on at the end of the EP.
Yeah.
But you did it, and I was like, could add this, couldn't we? Just add this. So we had like programmed drums. We had the bass. It kind of escalated, didn't it?
Yeah, it's that classic thing where you get caught up in like, what can we add now? And we do this quite a lot.
Yeah.
And we end up adding quite a lot, and it's kind of just our way of like getting creative with it. And I think we just added like, we filled it out. We added like harmonics into it and stuff like that, and like other guitar
the beginning,
parts.
that's right. Yeah.
That was really cool.
Because I was thinking you had this really nice lick that goes over it again.
Yes. Yeah.
And I was like, that works nice, but what will work even better is just having something that kind of complements it, gives it a bit of variety.
Yeah.
So we kind of came up with some ideas to try and give it harmonic variation.
Yeah.
And add like the harmonics and bends at the beginning, which kind of gives it a bit of, because you give it a nice intro, give it a bit of that was a bit of a challenging thing, wasn't it? Because we're trying to think of how do we kind of keep this interesting to the listener.
Yeah, but not
not go overboard. Yeah. And then because I got Brookie in to do that track.
Yes.
And
she did a brilliant job on it again. Like absolutely smashed
happy with that. Yeah. And I think Brookie would be safe to say this was actually one of his favourites.
Oh, awesome!
I remember him saying, Charlie's got something.
Nice.
Charlie's got something here. Like that. This is a really good song. So I'm sure Brookie won't mind me saying that on his behalf. But that was really fun because unfortunately you weren't able to be here.
Yeah, no,
with the drums, but you were still happy with it.
Oh yeah, no,
thank goodness.
Yeah.
I hope Charlie's happy with this.
I hate it, no.
And Brookie, your drums really did honestly,
absolutely
30-40% of the lifting of that song.
Yes, yeah. I think we need to say thank you to Brookie because Brookie basically did all the drums.
We're showing footage of him right now.
Yeah. Brookie.
Yeah,
brilliant stuff.
No, it was really good, and he's always so easy to work with, so accommodating.
Yeah, lovely guy. Yeah.
I'm going to use him for a lot of projects.
Yes.
So yeah, if you're looking for a decent drummer,
Brookie's the way to go.
Brookie. So yeah, it was fun making like the background sort of ambient sort of sounds, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what we did actually.
Because we did like at the end as well, classic mid-late crescendo, what we've done for like the rest of the songs, and kind of building it up with like we added in a lot more guitar to it, do like the background sort of chorus vocals, which is really
that's
fun.
right,
And
yeah.
you mix those in really well as well.
Oh yeah.
Because at first, like, we recorded them and they really stood out, and I was like, it just kind of clashes a little bit. But the way you like push them into the background and then I brought them in and out, it just worked perfectly, almost like another instrument. And I thought, like,
that's
that was
right.
wicked. Yeah.
Because you were like, we need a bit of a, at the end. Right, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
And add some harmonies to it. No,
Yeah.
it was, I mean, that was, I think at that point, because I thought, yeah, we know what the vibe of the EP is. It's kind of like, you know how to kind of make this fit in there, but it's still got its own voice.
Yeah, definitely.
Which I quite like.
And I kind of like the pairing at the end with Runaway and In My Bones. It kind of like takes it to a different place, but I like how they work together as well.
Yeah.
It was like the last two songs, so yeah,
Yeah.
that was really cool.
Was anything challenging? This song?
I think like just because I think we took a few things that we recorded out of In My Bones. I think it was one of those things where it was one of those tracks that kind of spoke for itself, and although it needed a little bit of embellishment, like you could definitely take it too far. And I think just finding the perfect point to leave it and say, yeah, that's it, done. Because we originally thought it was just going to be an acoustic track. So I think that was the hardest part. Like there was so much you could add to it, but it was finding like the right stuff that worked in the right place. But yeah.
Well, again, it did a great thing because does it finish on a middle eight?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, and it does like a little instrumental outro thing.
Again,
kind of
so-
Ben Howard-esque.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was kind of quite Ben Howard inspired. I think Brookie mentioned that. He said that you liked that about it. So
Yes, yeah.
These are all good. I
like these
references.
artists. I'm glad.
Yeah, exactly. But I think it's a great track to end on. When is like now? It's getting towards the end of the video series. Like when is the EP? Is it out now while they're listening, or is it kind of coming out soon?
So I think
date?
while you're listening to this, it should be just about to come out, or it's either out already, as this is the last sort of video we're doing. But yeah, so New Life will have come out towards the end of May, beginning of June, and then the EP should be out by the end of June.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to say about the EP that we haven't said already, or
I think it's just like
as a wrap up?
It was a brilliant opportunity to kind of discover where my sound was going. I think I'd had this new opportunity up in Bristol to kind of play around with music, and all of these songs were written by the time I got up. I wrote them in Bristol, so it was all from like September 22 onwards, and it was kind of just like a new palette of music that worked so well together, and and it was the biggest like EP we've done. Like we've done a 4-track EP before, but like we spent a lot of time on this, a lot of studio hours, and Sam did amazingly, did so much work.
We started before Christmas, didn't we?
Yes, yeah.
No, well, I think, I mean, a part of me, like, I love it, obviously, and a part of me is just it's just, I think I was fortunate to have an uncle who was a producer, and the way I saw him work is just that he worked. There's some things you can't, we wish there's a program to say, like, just do all this, please.
Yes,
and, I mean, there are programs that are getting better at doing that, but I think I don't know, he taught me valuable lessons of, like, you just got to kind of be focused, make the most of your time, obviously.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy it. I love spending an evening in the studio and like going through vocals and making it all sound as good as possible, and tidying things up and mixing, but watching, something that wasn't there and now it is.
Yes, yeah.
It's a great thing as a creator. I think this EP, it's been a phenomenal project to do.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot through it, and I think I can see your songwriting has got so much more intricate,
Thank you.
sophisticated, and I'm really excited to see what you come up with next.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah. See where it's
But
gonna go. Yeah.
But yeah, please go and check out Charlie Hewlett's EP on Spotify. Is it on?
Yeah, it's going to be out on all streaming platforms.
Yeah.
So yeah, moving out, changing seasons. It's a long title, but you get through it. And
if you can, get some merch as well.
Yeah,
Fantastic
merch.
stuff. Good quality stuff. Yeah. All right then. Well done, Charlie.
Thank you very much. Cheers.